It's time for you to give yourself way more grace. You're self-sabotaging, you're overthinking, you're talking bad to yourself and about yourself. You are giving yourself a hard time when really you should give yourself more grace for getting out of a bad season, getting out of a really, really crazy issue that was really difficult, getting out of a friendship, a relationship that was really, really terrible, or, just really was tearing your life apart. Give yourself more grace. That's what I want to say on this Monday. Give yourself more grace. I'm looking out. I'm going to show you guys. I'm looking out on this beautiful, beautiful sky. And I just was like, you know what? Usually I talk about, all these different topics with health and fitness and all that. But today, I just want to remind you that just give yourself grace, give yourself thanks, give God thanks for what you've done, what you've overcome, where you're at. You could be wondering if all the hard work you've put in all these years, all the tears, the wondering, the journaling, the talking to friends, if you've ever gotten therapy. I've never gotten therapy, but if you've ever gotten therapy, you're wondering, like, okay, is it all, like, am I ever going to arrive to where I want to be? And the truth is that life just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop moving. It doesn't stop going. So you're never really going to arrive anywhere. Like, that's one thing. If you can wrap your head around that, that's a heavy thing to say. And it's like, really, what do you mean? Like, you've arrived at your location? Like, we arrive at locations all the time, but you don't ever really arrive anywhere, because any area that you feel like you're arriving to, you're actually on your way to another destination. So what that teaches us is just to kind of calm down and just give yourself grace, give yourself the opportunity to just sit with yourself and say, you know what? I've really nailed it. Like, through all the hard trials and tribulations, I've really, really nailed it. Like, give yourself that permission to give you self-validation. You don't need any validation from anyone else. It's nice. It's nice to have validation from friends, family, family, coworkers, a spouse, your kids. But how often do you give yourself validation? How often do you look in the mirror and say, you know what? You effing nailed it today. You effing nailed it the last year. You effing nailed it going through COVID. And like, I was on my way to the gym, and I just was like, you know what? Let me just get on here and just give myself permission and give other people permission. Because sometimes, like, it's so weird. It's like, we just got to give ourselves permission to, like, actually feel something, or actually be allowed to, like, to pat ourselves on the back. Like, we're so used to, like, it's almost like you're not allowed to, like, have confidence in what you've done. It's weird. There's a mixed messaging in society. It's like, be confident, be proud of yourself. But then it's like, you can do better, you can do more. Like, you're not enough. Like, so it's almost like this dual perspective. And let me know in the comments if you are feeling what I'm throwing out there at you. Let me know, because I really, really do like hearing your feedback. And I like also when you guys tell me about topics that you also want to hear about. But this live is not like this huge thing. It's just a hey. And if anyone that pops on here has questions, I'm happy to answer them. I also read every single comment that I get. But just give yourself permission to be proud of yourself. That's it. That's it. It's nothing profound. It's nothing earth-shattering. It's nothing. You don't have to buy a course. You don't have to, spend thousands of dollars on a therapist. To just give yourself permission to say, look in the mirror and say, you know what? You're doing a fire job at life. You're doing a fantastic job at life. You're nailing it at life. And sometimes we don't think that, like, even if you're going through an issue right now, like, you could be like, Sienna, okay, this is nice, this is cute, fluffy and cotton candy and butterflies, but like, I'm going through it right now. I'm going through it. But like, you should also give yourself a pat on the back, because the thing is, life, I don't think anyone in life stops struggling in some way, even rich people. Like, there's always going to be some kind of either internal struggle, internal turmoil, external struggle. There's just it's like, it's almost like once you just understand that that's part of the game of life, then you can kind of just breathe on that, let that sink in, and then focus your attention on other things. And I just was sitting here and I was like, okay, let me just drink oh, you guys, I am obsessed with my RYZE Mushroom Coffee. Click the link in below to tap in. Matcha. Oh my gosh. Way less. It's less than half the amount of caffeine. So if you're trying to get cut back on caffeine, by the way, caffeine ages you. Just a little side note. So if you're trying to cut back on caffeine, tap into RYZE Mushroom Coffee. I'm obsessed with this stuff. RYZE Mushroom Matcha. I'm obsessed. Tap in, click the link below to be taken to it. But anyways, I was just sitting here drinking my matcha. And I just was like, you know what? There's no major message. It's just be proud of yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. Take a second to just take in life and just be proud of what you have accomplished, what you've overcome. If you're going through something right now, just know that you have the ability to overcome it, because you've already done it. You've already proven it to yourself before. There's nothing different about this time. You have breath in your body. You have your health. You have some kind of tribe around you, whether it's a tiny tribe. I don't care if it's one person, you have a tribe. That's you and your tribe. Or if you have 20 people, be thankful for your tribe. Be thankful for, the fact that you can just get up and like even go to a job that you hate. Yeah, you're going to eventually transition out of it. Yeah, you're going to start the business. Yeah, you're going to do these things, but just be grateful, be thankful, and just take in light. Like, just breathe for a second, like slow down. The internet has sped us up so much. AI has sped us up so much. Society has sped us up so much to where we don't just take the time to just sit for a second. Like, even me, I'm like, this morning, I'm like, I gotta go. I'm going to be going to Belize this week and going on a mission trip to give shoes, clothes, hygiene items back to the need out in Belize. I'm really excited about it. I've never been to Belize. And I was like, oh, okay, I got to finish these 3 things before I, a couple brand stuff, before I go. I got to pack, I got to do this, I got to wash my hair, and I just was like in this rush mode. And I just was like, you know what? Just relax just take 10-15 minutes out just to relax, gather your thoughts, and just pop on live and just remind everybody else to just chill out for a second and be grateful. I'm even grateful for people that have been subscribed to me for a while. And all I've been doing lately is going on to these lives. And I know that the quality isn't as good as obviously like a really, professional camera, with the Canon and all that. But I really do appreciate the individuals that take the time to listen to my videos and walk away with some kind of value. Like, that's why I still come on here. And I'm grateful for that. And so I was just like, let me just pop on and just talk about living in the moment, being grateful. And things are just not as serious as you think. I think I learned a lot from watching my grandmother pass away. Like, I literally watched the life be removed from her eyeballs. I literally saw like the light. It's almost like someone turned off the lights. I don't know how to, maybe one day I'll actually be able to articulate what I saw. And when I saw that, I felt like it was such a gift, because the way that I look at life now is so different than how I used to look at life before. And I think that's why part of why we die is if we didn't die, we wouldn't realize how grateful we should be for life. It's a weird way that God has designed this realm, this 3D life, this life on earth. But I can say that it does work. And once I did see my grandmother pass, it just changed my whole lens. It was like I put on a new set of goggles. That's what it feels like. And so sometimes when I see, it's like I'm able to zoom out. I was already able to do this before, but I can do this even better now. Zoom out from a circumstance, a situation, a moment where you're just really having a tough time. If you can figure out the ability to zoom out and just see that things are going to work out anyway, like they always do. You're going to get through it like you always have done it. This is really not that serious. All you have to do is just pick up the phone and make a phone call to your bank. All you have to do is fix your credit. All you have to do is get in touch with somebody that can teach you how to start a business. All you have to do is go on Google. Like the anxiety and like the pressure that I see people put on themselves of like, you got to grind and no sleep. It's like, you can do all that and we're all going to die anyway. So I'm praying that God has us all live to 120 years, like our telomeres. These bodies can live up to 120 years. So that's what I'm wishing for everybody and blessing everybody with, hopefully God having that on all of our, written in all of our life plans. But eventually we will perish, right? And so I think that we're so hyped up about things, and it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be so high strung and high anxiety and high stress. Take the time to slow down for a second, turn off your phone, write out what you need to do, and just proceed to do each thing. And just be grateful that you can even do each thing. Be grateful that you have the wherewithal and the brain and the intelligence to go through each thing. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. Life is going to continue to life. Life is going to continue to unravel. Life is going to continue to move forward. And we're just going to be somewhere in it. I even think like at the beginning of this year, the stuff that I was doing is like beginning of in January 2023, if I were to look at, guess what October 2023 would have looked like, I wouldn't have thought it would look like what it looked like. Like there's opportunities that I've been a part of that I just would have never even guessed. And when I sit back, I'm like, it really is just God. Like you follow the nudges of your heart, you follow the desires of your heart, you follow like the kind of like the motivation, like wherever the motivation is drawing you to. And then that's all you can do for that day. You can hype yourself up about the future. You can try to overwhelm yourself if you want. But at the end of the day, what's going to end up happening is just going to happen. So it's like, Sienna, how does that make sense? This is what I mean. I had and still have all these plans for like my business and and then there was opportunities that got presented to me that I just felt like I should say yes to. And then now it's like opened up other opportunities. And at the beginning of the year, that I didn't even know that was going to exist in my realm. And so I want to say for you, if there's something that you're struggling with or you're worried about or you don't know how it's going to unfold, instead of like hyping yourself up about it, just kind of enjoy that you don't know what it's going to be. Like enjoy the magic of life. Enjoy the mystery of life. Enjoy the fact that you are just here right now. Like this is really where you're like in this moment, even if you're tapping in with me right now, whether you're watching it live or on the replay, this is the only moment that exists in time right now. The past, it's not like the past is sitting on my shoulder like when I was a kid, when I was in high school, when I was in college. Like it's not like the past is literally sitting here like in the physical. It's gone. It only exists in our brain. The future, these made up things that we see in the future, some of them will come true and some of them won't. And so instead of worrying yourself about the future or like harping on the past, just be excited in the moment right now of like the magic of like what's going to unfold. Just be excited. That's what I would say to my the January 2023 version of myself would just say, you know what, Sienna, you don't have control anyway. So just keep going with the nudges of your heart. Keep moving, you know, if you feel like you're supposed to pick up a book and read it, read it. If you feel like you're supposed to look up something or research something, research it. Because you're going to end up meeting some people that are going to open up doors for you anyway. Like there's been times where I like felt like I was running late. Let me know in the comments if you felt this before. I felt like I was running late. Oh my God. Okay, I'm not going to like, okay. There's been times where I felt like I was running late. And then I was running late and then also ended up on a call where I like had to be on this call. And I was like, wow, now I'm just super late. And it didn't really have to be anywhere. It was just more of a plan that I had for myself to go to the gym. And then I ended up like going to the gym 2 hours after I wanted to be there. I get out of the car. I go around, you know, just make sure I got everything. Get out of the car. Boom, run into somebody that I've been kind of hoping I would run into. And I just was like, I'm over here thinking I'm late, right? Like, I'm like, damn it. Like I was supposed to be at the gym at this time. This is what I had planned for the rest of the day. Now I'm 2 hours behind my own schedule. I got to figure it out. Why was I late? I should have woke up earlier, but I did like kind of like going into like a little like miniature panic mode, creating it out of nowhere, creating anxiety out of nowhere for myself. And I ended up running into that person and had a beautiful conversation and a beautiful connection and a beautiful reminiscing. It's actually happened to me twice where I ran into somebody that was like a beautiful reminiscing moment, an amazing conversation, and then another one where like it's a new created connection. And so when I reflect on that right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I thought I was late, but I was on time. Like I hope you guys are really getting what I'm saying. Some of you guys won't get it, and that's okay. And you will eventually. But some of you guys get what I'm saying. It's like you think you're in control, and then something like happens where you're out of control, but then like a moment manifests and it was like, oh, that's why I was running late, because I wasn't really running late. I was like on time for that moment. So what that's taught me is just to like slow down, calm down, and just follow each moment, follow the nudges. And like, that's all you can do, because it's going to happen either way. If it's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen. If the job's supposed to be for you, the job's going to be for you. If the spouse is supposed to pop up in your life, it's supposed to pop up in your life. If you're supposed to have the children, you're going to have the children. You know what I'm saying? If you're supposed to have the opportunity, it's going to pop up. Like, let me know of a moment in time where that's happened for you, where like you felt like you were late, but you ended up being on time. I would love to hear your stories of when that's happened to you. So I'm going to enjoy my mushroom coffee. I love this stuff. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. I'm going to get in a good workout. Definitely tap in below to get it's called RYZE Mushroom Coffee. It's so dope. Mushrooms have so many fire, minerals, vitamins and minerals in it that help our bodies do amazing things. Really, really supportive for gut health as well. So tap in, make sure to subscribe, make sure to, if you also want to like get to know me a little bit more, you can also follow me over on Instagram. I post more about, like, if you're interested in knowing who I am personally and you want to see like the silly stuff I post every day, follow me on Instagram. My link is down below as well for that. And I will catch you guys on the next one.